It's your girl RTC Obama, or you can call me the Elephant in the Room. I told you it was going to be a fun feature. Let me tell you something. On Facebook, we're located in the historical Black Bottom neighborhood, 5470 Shane in Detroit. Can't make it in the studio? No worries. We can have you join us remotely, right from where you are. You have questions or comments? Hit us up at 313-355-6018. That's 313-355-6018. I am your host, Artesia Bomber, and welcome to the Elephant in the Room show. Well, guys, we're here live in the studio. WJZZ Cool TV. I am so honored to be here talking to you all. It's been a long journey. I know some of you remember me from my Patriot Under Pressure radio show. It was on another radio station. But right now, we're here in the historical Black Bottom neighborhood. I'm so happy that I'm finally in Detroit City making this magic happen. Guys, let me tell you something. We're in for a long road. And let me tell you something with this road that we're going to be in. We're going to bring all type of controversy to you because that's what Elephant in the Room means. Controversy. And I'm your girl. I'm going to bring it. Some people are afraid to talk about subjects. Well, I'm not. You know why? Because we have what is called freedom of speech. And you have to teach people, or else they won't know. Well, that's what I'm here to do as Elephant in the Room. We have so many special guests that's going to be coming in with us to join us on the show who have subjects just like me. Controversial subjects. Things that make you say, Well, guess what? We won't have to say no more. Because each and every Friday from 2 to 3 p.m., I will be here, your host, Artesia Bomber, dropping truth bombs, dropping controversy that you say, oh, Lord, I haven't heard those subjects since 1980s, since the 70s, some of you are going to say. Speaking of which, I was born in the 70s, so hey, we got a lot to talk about there. I had one special guest named Angelo Soto. Oh my God. He has been wanting to come on this show since I aired it and told Facebook that I got a new radio show coming. He has been on my tail every week. When we going on? I almost thought we were in the movie. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? But Angelo, I thank you for your patience and your grace. For being so patient, because now you're going to have an opportunity to come on with Artesia Bomber in the studio live. Oh, maybe not. You might be remote. I forgot. You're out of town. But no worries. I'm going to give you a call in a few minutes to see just how you're doing. Now, controversy. We have elections coming up, guys. Next week, November the 8th. And before we get all dramatical with talking about the elections, let me clearly state to you that I am not only your host for the Elephant in the Room show, but you have an opportunity to say, hey, we like that host. We only heard her one day, but we like that host. We like what she's talking about, what she's bringing to the table, and we want to vote for her on November the 8th. How can we do this? Well, I'm about to tell you. Let's first start at, I was on the ballot for the 13th Congressional District in Detroit, Michigan, when I was abruptly removed from the ballot. Sheets were stolen from my pile, nominating petition sheets. That's right. And it happened over at the Wayne County Department of Elections. I know a lot of you are not shocked right now. Y'all know totally what I'm talking about. All that election fraud that goes on in our city elections. Well, my name was on that ballot. as your U.S. representative for the 13th Congressional District, because as we all know, our leader, our Congresswoman, abandoned us all. She ran over to the 12th District. We don't have to say her name today because she's obsolete and she's not on the ballot for the 13th Congressional District. Well, Artesia Bomber is. Let me show you how. When you get your ballot this November 8th, you're going to look on your ballot and you're going to go to the Republican side. Oh, that's right. Now y'all wondering why I call myself the elephant in the room. Elephant in the room. That's right. Elephant goes for a lot of things. And right now it goes that I am a Republican. That's right. And you will look for my name on the Republican side of your ballot under U.S. Representatives for the 13th Congressional District. You will see one name in the Republican side. But I want you to not look at that name. I want you to locate the little blank spot. I'm going to show a little picture of it. It's going to be blank up under that person's name. You're going to write my name in right here. And then when you finish writing it in, you're going to shade it in. So I made up a little song, because kids remember things quicker sometimes than grown-ups. So the way you want to spell my name to remember it, get a few of your kids, your nephews, your nieces, your grandkids, and you have them help you say my name. And it's simple. Articiabomer. Articiabomer. So when you get to the polls, you take that little jingle with you and you write that name in and you circle that box like you want good representation for your 13th Congressional District. I'm sorry, guys, but time is ticking. Last call for black, y'all. And definitely last call for God, y'all. Right now, we have no representation in the 13th Congressional District. And it's horrible over there. It's horrible. The feeling to know that we're not getting our monies, right? Our bonds, our loans, our grants that come from the federal government annually. It's not distributed to us properly. We didn't have a leader who cared over there. Well, Artesia Bomber cares. She cares so much. In fact, she actually put a lot of investment into this book right here called The Black America Report, written by Ramon Jackson. And inside this book, it tells you about your contracts, grants, and loans. Have lots of subjects too, but we'll go there on another time because that's definitely a controversial issue. The leaders, our congressional leaders, are not allocating that money properly, and we need to stop that. So if you guys want representation in Detroit, the city of Detroit, Michigan, because right now as it stands, we have a foreigner named Sri Thanadar, who we're supposed to believe in. A man that told us he came to Michigan with $20 in his pocket. And then a year later, he was able to get $10 million loan. Okay, let me do this time. Let me just do this timeline one more time. Okay, Sri Thanadar, Indian man. He comes to America. Okay, $20 in his pocket. And then within a year or two, he gets $10 million loan. I'm mad. You should be too. Matter of fact, what bank gave him this $10 million loan? He just said he only had $20 to his name. What collateral did he have? This goes to show me right now that if you let him in office, he's going to take all our money. Every last penny, every last dime. And he's going to be doing just like Rashida does. Forwarding it to another country. Worried about what another country is going through while he's living in our America. It saddens my heart that Detroit, the 13th Congressional District, not just Detroit, but the whole entire district, is over 80% black. That's who should be representing us. I don't see none of the Democrats, the Sam Riddles, the Monica Conyers, John is turning over in his grave right now to see that Sri Thanadar is going to take it home. Because I'm definitely not supporting the rhino that is thrown on the Republican ticket. And I do not want people to mix in that just because I'm a Republican, I don't care about women's rights. Because I do. And I am a woman. And I have 10 children. 10 black children. Born and raised in the city of Detroit. So yes, I do care. And I see right now that we're not going to have just a one oops, but we're going to have a two oops. And sometimes it's hard to get oops out of there, just like oops paint. You go to Home Depot. You want a cheap paint, go over there and find the paint that they call oops, where they mix the color wrong. Just like they're doing in our district. They're mixing in people who could not handle us. How can a man from another country that's not black can come to Detroit, Michigan, can come to Inkster, can come up here in the 13th Congressional District and do anything and tell us anything? You don't know what it feels like to be black. You don't know what it feels like to have children, because you're not a woman. You're not in a woman's body. And things like this, bills like these are going to come up in Washington. Shriek can't even hardly talk a bit of English. Now y'all telling me y'all about to let this man walk on in the door, put a rhino in that's very irate, and make us look bad, the good patriots that we are? Nope, you're not getting no pass, Martell. Just like Shree's not. Shree is not for we, honey. He is for he, himself. I met Shree at an engagement, a forum engagement. And I went to him and I was talking with him. And for some reason, he didn't even know what I was saying. So I'm trying to figure out, all these Detroiters going to vote this man in because y'all don't like one man in the Republican Party. So y'all going to vote Shree in and not think about none of the representation in there. Shree cannot do anything for our impoverished neighborhoods. Any man that can walk up in our country and get 10 million of our dollars, American dollars, I don't trust. I'm sorry. He's definitely not going to go against Rashida. He's definitely not going to do anything. He just have money. Money talks up here. It talks when it comes down to committing fraud. It talks when it comes down to committing crimes. Money talk. People don't want to hear righteousness anymore. They don't want to hear about God anymore. They don't want to hear anything about it. They like, oh, the Bible, oh, God, we don't know nothing about that. We're going to cancel that on out. If you let Shree in, he's going to be right there saying, okay, cancel it. He don't care. It's not his country. Y'all know that America is a cash cow? You saying you came with $20. Stop bragging about that, Shree. Hello? I had 10 kids. And it was time where I had only $10 to make it happen. And that's when ramen noodles was $6 for $1 back then. Now they're $1 a pack. So please spare me with your $20 came to America with $20. Somebody lying. Those numbers are not adding up. What job did you get so quickly when you got here that it superseded all of the people on the list to run for Congress? This is a chair. It's not they call it a legacy chair. And that's cool and all, because you want to call John Conyers a legacy man. But that chair in Congress has nobody's name on it. It has no name. So let's get rid of that. John Conyers Jr. or whatever his name is, 3rd, 4th, 5th, or 6th. You just didn't make the cut, buddy. Your dad was more into this than you. You went in for family name recognition. Sorry, buddy, that's not working. And that's why you did not make it. Your dad sat in that chair. And all I keep asking myself is, what would Jesus do? What would John do? WWJD. What would John do? In about 30 seconds, we're going to take our break right quick, and we're going to talk to you afterwards. We're going to continue on about our 13th Congressional District and how important it is for you guys to know that there is an option to write my name in. Artesia Bomber. ARTICIA BOMER. You want somebody to go after that bag? That's me. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. That's right. You're watching The Elephant in the Room Show live with your host, Artesia Bomber. And we're streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Like, follow, share, comment, subscribe. And thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. That's right, we're back to pay those bills. So, let's get back to this 13th congressional race just for a few more minutes because I want to go on to other races that we have up in Michigan. And remember, this is the Elephant in the Room show. So some of the things that I say, they may hurt your little feelings because it's controversial. That's right, and it's freedom of speech. So, there is some type of rule, somewhere, some clause. I looked it up. I can't put my finger on it right now, but I know I'm going to one day. Soon. And it in so many words said, whatever the percentage is, or whoever dominates the percentage in race in a certain congressional district, that should be the type of representative you have for that district. You can't come to Joy Road, Shree, talking about what you're going to do for us. You can't go to Warrendale, Shree, and tell us what you're going to do for us. You don't know how it is for us. You're in here as a cash cow. I'm sorry. Your money is not working anymore. Not under my watch. Guys, if you want good representation, you want to know about those contract grants and loans that come to you annually, you don't want to just know about them, but you want to look in your pocket and say, woo, I'm benefiting. I'm reaping the benefits of Artesia Bomber, a.k.a. A.B. Wentworth, going after the bag for 13th Congressional District. You will have her as your leader going down to Washington. Now, one thing about me, I stand firm on my beliefs. If I vote in Congress, it's going to be a vote that supports my party. It's going to be a vote that supports proper policies. It's going to be a vote that's righteous. It's going to be a vote that you will not make me move off of. But one thing I will not do, and I will tell you right now, I will not sit on one bill and just sit there for years and years and years and watch people die out on one bill. We're going to have multiple bills. I'm an inventor. I'm an innovator. I have something coming now to Detroit called Bomber Vision Detroit. And I'm starting piloting from Detroit because the original name will be Bomber Vision USA. Because my vision goes broader than just Detroit alone. But it's time that you start getting Bomber Vision. Because a lot of things that has been going on in the last 6 years, I would say, compliments of me. Some of the infrastructure, some of the redevelopment, some of the bills, some of the laws, compliments of Artesia Bomber for opening her big mouth. And you know I have to have a big mouth. I'm the largest animal in the world is the elephant. My mouth is just as big. And I'm unafraid and unapologetic. No more being afraid of men and mice. This elephant has something to talk about. Now, we talked about Shree, and we also talked about how you can make your vote count. If all the people, all my Patriot friends that's talking about election integrity, here's your way to prove it. You all know who I am. I'm a Lone Ranger. I've been out in this battlefield ever since, oh, they don't want me to say this name. Oh, too bad. We're on the Elephant in the Room show, Donald J. Trump. Ever since Trump got in office, he gave me a fire up under me that lit me up, that said I can be and do whatever I want to do in this world. Because I was just going to die old if it wasn't for him coming in. I was 45 years old. I was going to die old. Just die out. You know, have 10 children, take care of your grandkids, send your kids to college, and then that's it. That trumpet sounded, and it was time for me to work on the next 50 years of my life. So I don't care who don't like him. It was because of him why I am into politics today. It was because of him why I am fighting for election integrity. Because we all know what happened in the 2020 elections. You don't want to talk about it. You don't have to. Go ahead. Hush your mouth. Artesia Bomber will talk about it. Because she is that elephant. Elephant in the room. You know, some people ask me, they say, can you hold the show for 1 hour? Well, Why don't you ask my old radio station? I held it for 2. That's right, every two hours, every Sunday. Well, now we're going to be on here every Friday from 2 to 3 p.m. I didn't need anybody in the studio today. You know why? Because this is my very first day here, and I want to get all the bugs out by myself. If it's going to be any mistakes, any discrepancies, I'll handle them. I'll hold myself accountable for them, and we'll be smooth the next time we're on. Now, let's talk about the elections for November the 8th. We already talked about me. We already told you that there's a blank section on your Republican side, because that's another thing, Democrats. Stop being afraid to cross over and vote somebody that you know that you can trust in and believe in. You would be a fool to put a straight ticket on a whole lot of corrupt individuals when you have a whole ballot and you have a right to do that. Nobody is in that little booth with you. So if you get in there and for all these years you say, oh, wait, I didn't like this person at all whatsoever, but guess what? I'm tired of voting this way only. You have options. And this big old mouth right here is going to give them to you. That's right, you have options. Everybody has always seen their ballot for many, many years now. And it had always been a blank space at the bottom and a circle next to it. And a long time ago, people didn't know the rules of election law. You can write in Mickey Mouse, the Incredible Hulk, but that does not mean they're going to win if they get enough signatures. What you need is to already have an affidavit as a write-in candidate for that to work. So please, if you're a write-in candidate, you need to be out there telling everybody just how to write your name in. Now, I don't know how to talk a lot of Arabic or a whole lot of Spanish, but I want everybody to know that they have the ballots now in Arabic and in Spanish. And I'm happy to hear about that, and it's in Dearborn right now. I haven't seen the Detroit ballots yet, but I'm pretty sure they're making accommodations because we do have people who live here who does not talk English. And I'm okay with them for the ballot part, but I'm definitely not okay with them running our American Congress. Not right now. It's a pecking order. And people that's from America should be in there first. And that's the real. Now, like I said, you look under the section on the Republican side. It says U.S. Representative for the 13th Congressional District. You're going to see one name there. But I don't want you to look at that name. I want you to look under there, and you're going to see the blank line. You're going to see that circle. You're going to write in ARTICIA, BOMER, and then you're going to shade in the circle. Yeah, I'm on there, guys. I have a write-in affidavit, so when you write it, it will count. And that's my suggestion, that all you patriots want to know about election integrity, and y'all want to get ready for it. Y'all already know who I am. Don't make a mistake. Put Artesia Bomber in there. The whole dynamics of this world has already changed around because those people cheated down at the Wayne County Department of Elections. Jennifer Redmond, deputy clerk. And the way some of you treat us when we come in there to file and do something to represent you all. When we come in there as candidates, we don't need you huffing and puffing and rolling your eyes and stumping your feet. We in there to get a job. And we got to come to y'all, that broken office down there in Detroit, to come get our name on the ballot so that we can make it out the ghetto, so that we can help others make it out the ghetto. You got people ballot harvesting right in the Wayne County Department of Election. Like, no, this person, we can't let them get on. No, they too popular. Oh, they just this and that. Just hating, straight hating. Stomp down haters. All up through Detroit. Stomp down haters. Well, I'm not worried about you. You might have played me this time, Jennifer Redmond, but you got to remember, baby, they have court systems for this. They have justice for this. And I've been praying. My big justice is already coming to me from God. Honey, I'm going to write in now. I don't care if it's 2 people write my name in. That's all I get. We're going to make y'all count them ballots over. Patriots, y'all know what happened to us in 2020. Y'all know who Artesia Bomber is. Get on your job. Get in that land on election day and go in there and you write my name in. Do something that's not easy to do this time. Learn how to read and write. Some people say, oh, I don't know how to spell that name. It's too long. You know how to spell art, right? A-R-T. You know how to spell bomb, right? B-O-M. All you have to do is remember that. Because if I'm not mistaken, Rules for he, gonna be rules for she. And I'm talking about Mayor Mike Duggan when they did that write-in campaign for him. I just really wanted to know 60,000 illiterate people that wrote his name in. I heard that people put the white man in that box that was there and then circled the dot. I heard people put M. Duggan and circled the dot. But guess what? They gave Mayor Duggan all those votes. So, attention, Janice Winfrey. Attention, Kathy Garrett. Artesia Bomber is not playing with y'all anymore. Y'all have done election fraud. Y'all have messed up those elections. Y'all have dogged us through those elections. Shame on you. I'm here to face you today to let you know that we will be counting those ballots over this year. We're not playing with y'all election fraud this year. Those luggages won't carry another name in them this year. We're watching. All eyes on you. Anytime you get a letter that says you're disqualified off the ballot and it has Kathy Garrett's stamp on it and not an actual signature, leads me to believe they just stamping away down there and they don't care. And there's no way in the world, if my name is on a stamp, that I'm going to allow people to take that stamper and mark things, commit fraud on my name. So Kathy, don't want to hear that, oh, I didn't know about it. You need to get recalled. Janice Winfrey, I definitely don't want to hear you say, oh, I didn't know about it. You need to be recalled, and you need to be recalled now. There's a lot of people downtown city of Detroit that needs to be recalled out of their chairs. A lot of people in the county. And they say, oh, Artesia, you just be dropping them truth bombs all over. I drop them all right. And I don't just drop them on Democrats. I'll drop them on Republicans too if I have to. People who ever do anything against anything that I'm looking forward to and striving to go to the top, I'm dropping that truth bomb on you. Call it a snitch. I don't care what you want to call it. Because I call it pure fraud and pure evil to take somebody's ballots, steal 10 sheets, which is equivalent to 100 signatures. Steal them away from the only Lone Ranger that's out here knocking on these people's doors in the freezing cold, knuckles hurting. And y'all thought that I'm just going to sit back and be quiet? Not at all. Not while I have a microphone. And not while I'm here in the studio. I'm going to open my big mouth. I'm going to wing it. I'm going to wing it up in here. We're going to fly high up in WJZZ Cool TV. That's right. We're going to wing it here. All those other radio stations, obsolete. You join us on Fridays from 2 to 3. Everybody else, obsolete. In a few minutes, we're going to take another little break so we can pay these bills, because that's what we have to do in order to stay live on here, you know. It took a lot, you know, for my producer to get everything going. You know, I was on that phone with him for the whole month of October. Are we here yet? Are we here yet? I was sounding like the movie. Are we here yet? You know, and I was happy that he still answered the phone. He still stayed in touch with me to let me know what's going on. Perfection takes time, guys. If you are here where I'm at right now, you will know, like, this is perfection. In the very bottom, black bottom neighborhood, perfection. Radio show at its finest. TV, its finest. In about 30 more seconds, that's right, we're going to take us a little breather, a little breaker, so we can pay these bills. I'm having a good time, guys. This is my first day in here. They said, oh, we don't know if you can do it, but I can tell you this. I never would have made it. I never could have made it without you. I would have lost it all. But now I see how you were there for me. Oh, I can say I never would have made it. I never could have made it without you. And I'm talking about God. We'll be right back. You're watching Elephant in the Room Show live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Follow, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. Sound like an alarm for me. Well, We're back, we're back, we're back, we're back, we're back. We're talking about those elections. We're talking about, are they going to be cheating this year? We're talking about, my name is not on the ballot where you can just visibly see it thanks to corruption down at Wayne County Department of Elections. But where there's a will, there's a way. And you can write my name in on that ballot. Look on your Republican side that says U.S. Representative for the 13th Congressional District. And you're not voting for Shree. Shree is not for we. You're voting for Artesia B. That's right, Artesia Bomer. Arteisia Bomer. Let's say it again. Arteisia Bomer. What does it spell? Artesia Bomer. What does it spell? Artesia Bomer. That's right, guys. You have an option to write my name in for your 13th Congressional District leader, your congresswoman. Well, enough about me. Enough about me. Enough about me. We have other people on the ballot. Other people who I have faith in. Other people who I believe in. Other people who I know that can make a difference here in Michigan. Well, we have a governor's race. We have two people, Republican, Democrat, Whitmer. Then we have Dixon, Tudor Dixon. We have Governor Whitmer, who shut the whole state of Michigan down, forced us to wear face masks, closed down schools, children were not learning. But then we have a breath of fresh air, a grassroots person who has not been into politics, but a person who believes in election integrity, a person who believes in pro-life, a person who believes in the Constitution, just like myself. That's right. Governor Whitmer, you're fooling the people. That's right, I said it. You're fooling them. Roe versus Wade is over, ladies. It's over. It reached the Supreme Court. Once something reaches the Supreme Court, that's what the word supreme means. It's a done deal. So now we got this Proposal P. Ooh, wait. They know how to do that fraud, boy. They know how to commit it. Whitmer want to fool y'all. Proposal 3 is getting shot down just like the devil from hell. The devil got shot down from heaven because he was jealous of Jesus. Whitmer, you're lying to the people. Roe versus Wade is over. Stop telling them that you're going to put some type of miraculous bill in Michigan that's going to let, we have a few abortion clinics because Whitmer is going to let them stay open. Ladies, you're going to be illegally having that abortion performed. Whitmer is lying to y'all. Proposal 3 is a bunch of garbage because it was quickly put together for the election period. Quickly put together for November the 8th so that women out here in Detroit can think that they got hope for those abortions again here in Michigan. Well, Whitmer is lying to y'all, and I'm so sick of her lying tongue. The last time I seen Whitmer up close and personal was right with her taking a selfie. One day prior to her shutting down Michigan. Just one day. Here it is. I went to go meet the governor, the mayor, and a few other people who were leaders in Michigan and in Detroit. I went to go meet them. I told them I'm a Republican. I believe I was like the only Republican in the room that day. The news was there. Everybody was there. And they say, oh, she got that big old red hat on. I said, yes, I'm a Republican. And Whitmer went on to say, shook my hand. I have plenty of Republican friends. Well, where are they at now, Whitmer? Where are those Republican friends at? Because you locked them up too. You made them wear face masks too. And a person who was there to build coalition with you, I lost faith in you. So now we have Tudor Dixon. We have Tudor Dixon running for governor, a mom of 4. And I saw the dirty commercials that y'all have done about her, saying, her rules are just so extreme. Hello, do y'all remember Whitmer's rules? Huh? Rules for she? Was it rules for thee? Where she can travel to Florida and go visit her father while we're stuck. We can't go visit our father and they're right in the city of Detroit. We can't go to the nursing home right in the city of Detroit. But Whitmer can get on her jet and her airplane and go fly on down to Florida and say to hell with Detroit and Michigan. We remember, Whitmer, you're extreme. Your lying tongue is extreme. And yes, you used to give me with the little beautiful look. Oh, you were lovely. But now, we have another contestant entering that beauty pageant. And her name is Tudor Dixon, and she has way more class than you. Anytime somebody is protecting the right to kill a baby, nothing classy, all trashy. When somebody lies to the people and say Proposal 3 means we're going to have Roe versus Wade back open and we're going to be able to have abortions just all over the world, you're lying, Whitmer. You're a liar. Y'all may not like Tudor because Tudor said she's against abortions on any kind of level, whether it's incest, rape. But guess what? I know somebody that really likes Tudor, that loves her. In fact, they're going to make sure that she gets there. And that's Christ. Because God died on the cross for our sins. And killing an abortion is a sin. There are women out there right now bragging about how many abortions they had. Let's thank Whitmer for that, for all those dead babies. One lady I ran across, she said, I had 16 abortions and I can't vote for Tudor Dixon because if I vote for her, I won't be able to have another abortion. That's a shame. You see that, Whitmer? You making everything that's foul come to life. Instead of those roots that are dead, those grass roots, nobody know about them, but they have a good intentions, they have a good heart, they pro-life, they care about the babies. You don't care about no baby. In fact, I remember when you first got in office, you did say something to everybody. You said you were crying until you were actually in tears. And you were like, and I was raped. And I am just so happy that I didn't get a pregnancy out of that. Go sit down, Whitmer. I know a lot of women who's been raped and they have their baby. You want to know why those women got pregnant? It wasn't because that man got them pregnant that raped them. It was because for some reason, not every woman gets pregnant, but some do. Not every woman can be strong, but some are. And God never puts no more on you than you can bear. So I feel that if you get pregnant out of a rape, incest, or whatever it is, that's still not your reason to kill a baby. That's still not a right to kill a child. That may have been something that God put inside of you to bring comfort to you in the time of need. One day down the line, you don't know what it is. Your child became an adult, the one that you was raped from, and you still gave birth, and your child is grown now, and they were able to help you from a situation that otherwise you wouldn't have been able to get help. So let's start teaching and explaining why we make these decisions of pro-life. We're not doing this to cut off a woman's my body, my choice. This is my body. I love this body too. It's looking kind of good at 50. And I'm going to tell you women, little stretch marks ain't going to hurt nothing. But what will hurt something is that blade that's spinning around and it goes up inside your vagina. And it gets to cutting the baby up into pieces. That same blade could hit your uterus. That same blade could hit one of your organs. That same blade can make you bleed to death. That same blade could cause you to have incompetent uterus. So that moment, ladies, you meet that love of your life, that dream man. He ain't got not one child. And here it is, he done fell in love with you. But your uterus looking like an abortion factory. You can't even hold a baby now because it's too loose up in there. Because the doctor done cut off whatever's supposed to stay tight. He done cut it. Now, this man, he's on his knee. He's like, baby, we've been around each other for a while. I'm digging you. I'm feeling you. I love you. And I want you to have my babies. Matter of fact, pull out a big old box with a big old rock and say, will you marry me? That's right. And you like, oh, I do. And he like, and you know, but before you say I do, I just want you to know that I'm marrying you because I want you to be the one to have my kids. Now, what you gonna do, ladies? Your uterus is incompetent. It can't hold the baby anymore. You're having miscarriages. And all of a sudden now, you can't even get pregnant by the man that loves you. The man of your dreams. When you think about an abortion, you need to think long and hard about that abortion because that's a decision that you cannot come back from. You can't tell the doctor, oh, that's okay. I'll change my mind, put the baby back up in there. It don't work like that. Yeah, I know it don't work like that. Once you get rid of your baby, it's over. But ladies, this is something the Democrats not going to tell you. This is something Planned Parenthood not going to tell you. Because after you kill your baby, they want you to feel guilty because that's what the devil wants. Planned Parenthood is trickery anyway. It says Planned Parenthood. There's nothing planned about having a baby or Planned Parenthood when you're trying to kill and terminate a baby. So no, it's nothing planned about Planned Parenthood. Planned abortionhood. We want to snatch that parenthood off of there, guys. I want some people to get with me. Call me up if you want to. 313-355-6018. I am so sorry I never announced the number for you guys, but I want you guys to hit us up. 313-355-6018. But don't worry about it, because any subject that I have, it can come at any moment, any day, anytime you like, viewer. Why? Because I am the elephant in the room. And controversy is my type of party. Because some controversy needs to be heard about. Just like Roe versus Wade. It's over, ladies. It's gone, ladies. What I want to work for you, Tudor wants to work for, is grief centers all across Michigan to help those contemplating those abortions, because we don't have them here. We don't want them here in Michigan. Planned Parenthood should be taking up money and sending women, giving y'all an airplane voucher, a bus ticket, however way y'all like to travel. Planned Parenthood should be paying for y'all a ticket, a round trip ticket, to go have y'all abortion, since they so care about killing babies, murdering babies. And let's keep it real, y'all. The rate of black babies are being killed more than any other race. That's here in America, here in Michigan. We're not talking about in China, where they are pretty much telling you how many children you can have. We're not trying to do that here, y'all. We're letting y'all be fruitful and multiply. But how can you multiply if you're killing your baby? If you have people that's running for office that's protecting death instead of life. We have people in prison right now who you might as well terminate them then, huh? Because that's what you're doing. You're telling us to terminate our society. You're either locking us up or you're telling us to kill a baby before it's even born to commit a crime. That's what you're saying for black people. I'm sorry, Whitmer, but your game is over. And I hate that you chose the darkest black person to be your lieutenant governor so it can make you look like you just so black power. I'm not a fool, Whitmer. I'm not a fool. Not a fool for you and no one else. And this is not an attack on you. This is just simply the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You're a liar. You're a fraud. You care nothing about women. You care nothing about their babies either. You're a fraud. So the only choice we have is Tudor Dixon. Tudor Dixon cares about us. And she's going to have grief counseling centers put up all across Michigan if she's elected as our governor, because she does want women to have a choice. It is their body, their choice. But she want to make sure you get extensive counseling before you go and make that decision. Because I'm telling you, time and time again, I hear people say, I wish I did not have that abortion. We'll be right back, guys. We got to pay these bills. This is Artesia Bomber. We'll be back. That's right. You're watching the Elephant in the Room show live, streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social media platforms. I want you to like, follow, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm back. And yes, I'm not lying. This is the coolest station in the world. We're going to have this party started every week, Fridays from 2 to 3. Yes, I'm winging it. That's right. We're going to fly high. I'm the elephant in the room, the largest animal there is. People always want to ignore. But anyway, we're talking about these elections. We're talking about Governor Whitmer versus Tudor Dixon. Well, let's do a little check. All right, Whitmer and Dixon. All right. So, I'm going to ask you a question. Who would you most likely believe that the sky is falling? This sky is falling. If it were to happen. Whitmer or Dixon? I check Dixon because I wouldn't believe Whitmer. The sky already fall before she tells us. Who on this list is more conservative? Who has respect for their body? Who wants a baby to live? It's not Whitmer. It's Dixon. Who care about those over 100 schools closed down in the city of Detroit? Who will get on the mayor's back and step on his toes to get Detroit running properly, along with all our other outside communities in the 13th Congressional District and in Michigan, period? Who do you trust? Not Whitmer. I choose Dixon. And what about those roads? You heard, fix the darn roads, fix the dang on roads. Whitmer said she got that from a black girl who was on her hospital bed at Henry Ford Hospital. I remember. I was at your inauguration, Whitmer. Your first and your last inauguration. When you said that, she said that from her deathbed, or not her deathbed, but her sick bed. Whitmer, all I want you to do is fix the darn roads. And she said DAM. But you know what? That's all that lady told you. That's all she asked you to do. And you still couldn't even do that. And all y'all black women about to go run into that poll again and write her name or circle the dot next to Whitmer. No. Ladies, take it from a lady who had 10 children, who knows this new governor candidate, who knows that she's not racist. She do care about us women who gets pregnant, and she wants to have grief counseling centers all across Michigan to help women make that decision, because that's a decision that's tough. She feels for you, but she also has a conscience. She also believes in God. We want to restore God back in our schools, back in our worlds. That's her. And here in Michigan. Remember when Whitmer closed everything down, she even closed the churches. Things that make you say, Church was essential. And it still is essential. Now, either two things is going on as far as with the Bible. Either one, the government gave us this Bible and this book for control. Or two, the Bible is real. God is real. And this spiritual warfare and this fraudulent elections that have been happening for many years until we were able to witness it, be eyewitnesses. And if, in fact, I remember in 2020 when they had election fraud, which we will talk about all the time on this show. We're going to have other shows that we're going to talk about election fraud. When I have my guest, like I said, coming on next week, Angelo Soto. I'm going to try to see if I can call him now and see if he's available and if he's going to be on our show next week. But this brother, he the truth, y'all. Look him up on Facebook. He's on there, Angelo D, and then last name Soto, Soto. That's one of our speakers, y'all. He's real. He's woke. He's awakened. We're going to have him on next week. But I'm just going to take a little moment out to see if he's going to answer. If you don't mind, bear with me. That's right, we're on the Elephant in the Room show with your host, Artesia Bomber. It's getting late, guys. I'll be leaving in about 5 more minutes. I know y'all going to miss me, because I'm going to miss you too. All the way until next week, Friday, from 2 to 3 p.m. Well, Angelo's not answering. He may be still working right now. But rest assured, I have talked to him already. And he will be on next week. We will be talking about the inflation. We'll be talking about the sex in the schools, what they're trying to take out those, oh my God, them file books. We're going to talk about post-election, because elections are November 8th. And we'll be back on the 11th. On Friday the 11th. So Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. Yep, that's right. On November 11th, we will be back in the studio, and we will have Angelo Soto. That's right. He's a Michigan native, and he's definitely a Republican. He's my patriot brother. And he's doing great work out here, guys. He's really fighting for us for legislation. He's calling back. He's calling now. Let's see if we can get him on. Hey, Angelo.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. We have you on the radio right now. We have you on phone right now. We're introducing you. We're letting them know you're coming next week. Did you?
I think that this upcoming election is going to be very, very tight. It's not going to be a major blowout at all. It is going to be very interesting to just see where the election goes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that a lot of Republicans are going to win this time.
Woo-hoo.
And it's going to be a good night.
I believe so too, Angelo. Can you tell us quickly a little bit about yourself and what you're doing right now, and why are you into politics?
The reason I am in politics is because I believe there's a lot of issues within our nation. We have to recognize that we are heading down the wrong path. We are. We have issues with inflation. We have issues with low-income people and everyday Americans not being able to afford anything in America. And I think for me, I want to change that. I want to be their voice. I want to be that person who is there for them, you know. I am originally from Michigan, and I got a degree from Eastern University in political science and business. And throughout that, I worked in some political fields in Michigan, in Pennsylvania. I worked in the PA House of Reps under the Committee of Veterans Affairs and Emergency Preparedness. So I handled legislation and research as well. So yeah.
Okay, Angelo, I can't wait to have you on. Well, I don't care what they talking about. Me and you are Republicans. That's right. Who are you going for your governor?
I will be going for Miss Tudor Dixon to take out Miss Gretchen Whitmer and to essentially send her back to California in a sense.
All right. Well, Angelo, we thank you for just coming on for a few minutes to let my callers and my viewers know that you're coming on next week. Angelo Soto. Angelo, do you have any, can you tell them how they can reach you on social media? They can look you up before you're coming on next week?
Yeah, please go follow my Twitter. It is the Angelo Soto. That is TheAngeloSoto, and that is the same social for my Instagram as well.
All right, Angelo. Well, I thank you, and like I said, just hang on right here. Let me get these get off my show. So yes, we have Angelo Soto, guys. He's coming in next week, guys. I can't wait. Oh, he's been patient too. He's been calling me, and I felt so bad that we weren't going, but no worries. He's not going to be on here just once, guys. We're going to have him on here a lot of times. Well, this is the end of my hour. I am so happy you tuned in today. This was a wing it type of thing, and I think I did well. You guys can let me know next week. But anyway, it's time to pay those bills. I am your host, Artesia Bomber, and this is Elephant in the Room. You're watching Elephant in the Room show, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and other top social media platforms. Like, follow, share, and comment, and definitely subscribe. Thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. I'm out. Peace.